What's going on, guys? This is DJ with All Day DFS. I hope y'all guys had a great day. I hope y'all guys had a great night and y'all cashed in. Let me know down below if y'all cashed in, playing whatever it is that y'all play. I've been playing just about everything, waiting for the NBA to come back. And hallelujah, it's back. Thank God we got the NBA back tomorrow. I'm doing this little video early for y'all guys. It's almost 2 a.m. here on the East Coast. I'm doing it early so that when y'all wake up in the morning, you already have some great info to start locking in your picks. Let me know what y'all guys play. Let me know, if y'all guys are good at anything else, man. I would love for whoever's good at something to get in the Discord with us and share. We played some hockey. We played some CSGO, LOL. We played. I even played some disc golf. I was trying to just play everything I could till NBA came back. I played some G League, college basketball. So let me know what y'all guys play. Let me know if y'all guys cashed in on anything. I seen a lot of people cashing in on a soccer pick today. That was good. I've been trying to play hockey. I really got into it. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to start playing it. Obviously not as much as NBA, but I'm going to start, maybe doing a couple lines a day with my NBA lines. I like the shot on goals. I like the, I did nail some picks on there. I kind of broke even, was even throughout all these days without the NBA. So anyways, guys, let's get into it tonight. I wanted to warn y'all guys because I'm seeing a trend on here. I see a lot of guys, not everybody, but I'm seeing a lot of guys projected a lot over what they're the line, the price pick line is a lot over what they're projected. Not on everybody, like I said, but on some guys. I seen a guy that's projected at 33 and they have him at 40 on here. So as always, I know we like to play the overs. That's always everybody's favorite. So you always try to look for who's going to go over. Like I've been saying, we have to play some unders. We have to get smart and play some of the unders so we can get these lines back down some maybe and then hit the over. We have to be smart about it, guys. And I'm just saying to be cautious. Like I said, not everybody, but there is some players on the board that are projected kind of high. That looks like high compared to some of the sites that are have the projections up. So that's just something I wanted y'all to be cautious about. And the under might be the play on a lot of these guys. But I am also liking that these guys are coming off a couple of days of rest. So I'm hoping that we get the best of all these guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. So what I'm doing today is, since there's only 2 games, it's only a 2-game slate. Instead of giving you my top 5 and having to go through, 100 players, there's only 2 games. I'm just gonna kind of go through everything that I like. It's gonna be more than 5 picks. If I don't mention somebody, it's just because it's a push for me. It's a fade. I'm not gonna play them, or I'm not gonna play that single stat. But I am gonna go through everything that I do like. So who I got first and who I feel pretty confident about is Dillon Brooks. Now Dillon Brooks, I like him over 26. He's gone over 26 3 out of the last 5, which is 60%. I try to look for at least 80%, 4 out of 5. But he's gone over 26 3 out of his last 5. And in his last 5 games, he's averaged almost 2 steals a game and a block per game. So that's really good in his last 5. 2 steals gets, a steal and a block. Steals and blocks are worth 3 points. So 2 steals a game and a block, that's 9 points right there. Not including rebounds, assists, and his scoring, obviously. So I'm really liking him. His last game versus Washington, he went over. So I'm liking Dillon Brooks for the over. Next, I got I'm gonna just probably go down the line here. Next, I got Ja Morant. I like Ja Morant because his last game versus Washington was his second biggest game of the year, second biggest fantasy game. He had 55. Last game versus Washington. Last game versus Washington, he had 35 real life points. So with just a couple assists will get you right over. But anyways, he's gone over 40 his last 2 games. Last game versus Washington, 55 points. I also like him over on points on the single stat. They got him at 22.5. I like him over on that because he had 35 last game versus Washington. So I like him over for full game, and I'm liking him over on the points. Now I snagged him up on one of my lines at 38, but I still like him over on 40. I mean, it's just a good matchup for him versus Washington. They don't play no defense. It's gonna be a fast-paced game. I like him over 40. I see him, scoring, at least over his mark. Maybe 25 points. I don't know if he's gonna get 35 again, but I could see him easily scoring over. 22? Let me see it real quick. 22 and a half. I could see him getting 23. I mean, he got 35. I could see him getting 23. He might get 30 again. So I like him for the over. I like him for the over. Next, we got Russell Westbrook. I like him also for the over on 50. I got him on 48, but he's at 50 now. And again, guys, when I keep saying this, is only one line that I played. I haven't done any more lines because, as you can see, I'm barely doing my research right now, and I'm doing the video right now. But I still like him over 50. He's rested. He's coming off all these days of rest. So his last game versus Memphis, he had 53.7 with 8 turnovers. So he still had a 53.7, almost 54 points, and he had 8 turnovers. So I'm hoping that he has less turnovers. I mean, he's had games where he's had 7 or 8 turnovers, but maybe he'll only get 3 or 4 turnovers, and still, he should. If he would have got half of those turnovers, he would have been, good, way over. But he was over anyways. So I could see him getting over 50 if he gets less turnovers. And again, versus Memphis, fast-paced game, I like him for the over. So he's one of my favorite picks of the day. Rested, he got over 50 versus them last time. Good matchup. So let me see what else. Oh, I got some single stats for you guys for him. I like him over the 9.5 rebounds. He's been over 9.5 rebounds 7 out of his last 10 games, so that's 70%. And he's been over 10.5 assists 6 out of his last 10. So I like him for both. Y'all guys pick your favorite. He had 15 assists last game versus Memphis. 15 assists. So I like him on either one, whichever y'all guys think might be you're most confident in. I'll probably run a line where I'll run over on rebounds one, and then I'll do another one where I'll do over on the assist. But I could see him definitely getting a triple-double. He only had 6 rebounds against Washington last game, but, in the last 10 games, he's gone over that 7 times. So definitely like a lot of Russell Westbrook, single stats and full game. Next, we got Mr. Jonas. Joel. All right, so for Jonas, my favorite play on Jonas is the rebounds, the single stat rebounds. They have him at 12.5. They have him at 12.5 rebounds. I like him for the over. He got 16. He had 16. Where is he at here? He had 16 last game versus Washington. So I definitely like him for the rebounds. Now here's where you have to be careful on the over. They have him at 38. So he's only gone over 38 twice in the last 10 games. Only twice in the last 10 games. He didn't go over 38 versus Washington last game. And another one that you might like for an under, here's another single stat. He's projected at 15.5 points. He's only gone over that 4 out of his last 10 games. And he's projected to get 1.5 assists. He's only gone over that 3 times in the last 10 games. So guys, I like him for the over on rebounds and pretty much under on everything else. It might be a little risky play because, if he gets the minutes, he could easily go over 38. It's Washington. There's not really nobody that can defend him. They do got Robin Lopez, Alex Lynn. They got some big bodies, but they don't really play a lot of minutes. Or I don't know, their rotations are kind of, a lot of people get minutes there. They got Bertans and Rui. And, I don't know who the minutes are going to go to. But if he plays a lot of minutes, which he usually, he plays anywhere from like 25 to 30 minutes, 32 minutes, but looking at his last 10 games, he hasn't played 32 minutes that many times or 30 minutes that many times. It's usually like between like 24 and 28 minutes or something like that. So looking at it, the matchup is like, wow, versus Washington, he should crush. But the last 10 games shows that he's only gone over 38 3 out of the last 10. So just be careful on that. I'm sorry, he's only gone over 38 twice in the last 10. I got so many stats here that I'm getting sidetracked. But anyways, he's only gone over 38 twice in the last 10. So y'all be careful with the over because I think he's going to be a popular play. I already seen some people picking him for the over. I like him for the over on rebounds. I like him for the under on point and the under on assist. So just be careful with him on the over. Rui, he's on my permanent fade list. He's right there with PJ Washington, Sadiq Bey. He's on my permanent fade list. So nothing for Rui. Guys, stay away from Rui, man, please. It seems like every time I pick him for whatever it is, if it's under or over, he does the opposite. But it's rarely over. I always try to pick him for the over because you get so it's so enticing with that low 13 first half quarter point. Oh, he could get 13 in the first half, and every time I pick him, he never gets 13 first half fantasy points. 24 seems low, but he just doesn't get a lot of minutes. I've seen his minutes. He doesn't get a lot of minutes. He's just a total mess. I mean, if you're going to play him, I would probably play him on the under, to be honest. Dylan Brooks already went over. I don't have anything on Bertans. Bertans is another one that just his minutes are everywhere. I'm going to fade him. So, I don't have nothing for Brandon Clark. So, Robert Lopez is next on my board. So, he went over last game. He went over 15 last game versus Memphis. And he went over 15 last game versus Memphis, and he had 14 real life points. So just on points alone, he almost got 15. He only ended up with 17. So that's the funny part. He had 14 real life points, but only had 17 fantasy points. If he gets the minutes, I think he's an easy over. He's probably one of the guys I'm going to pick on the over. Like I'm saying, guys, there's a lot of high projection on these players, so you're going to have to look for the plays. On a 2-game slate, we're going to have to look for where the value's at, or where, he got Alex Lynn to compete with for minutes and stuff like that. He's not a starter, but when he plays, he's gone his last 3 games. He's gone over 15 his last 3 games. They could play him a lot to match up with Joval to get somebody big in there. I like him for over 15. Like I said, he's gone over 15 3 straight games. And last game versus Memphis, he had 14 real-life points. So just on points alone, he was almost there. And he had 14 real-life points, 17 fantasy points, and that was with no rebounds, no assists. It was just basically scoring. I think, he had 1 block. So he had 14 points and 1 block. That's how he got to 17. So definitely this time around, I could see him. I don't know if he's going to score 14 points, but I could see him getting some rebounds in there. Hopefully at least another block. So I like him for the over on 15. I like Robin Lopez for the over on 15. And he's probably one of my favorite plays because, like I said, there's slim pickings. Slim pickings unless you're trying to play some unders. So next for Kyle Anderson, I don't really have a lot of information. I mean, he missed some games recently. I'm just going to give y'all guys what I see projected out there. They have him at 26.5. I'm seeing a lot of sites. I check, at least 3 to 4 different sites. And everything that I'm seeing has him projected around 27 or 28. So everybody likes him for the over. So if I were to play him, I will play him on the over right now. I'm kind of looking for some better plays. To me, he's kind of like a push or a fade for me right now. But once I get my lines together, I might throw him in a line or two. Like I said, they're liking him for the over, but you just never know. Next, we got Mr. Demar Derozan. All right, so DeRozan. Okay, this is the one that when I was saying I saw players projected at 33 or 33 to 34, and they have him at 41, is Demar Derozan, which I just feel 33 is really low for him. His projection. The sites that I'm seeing has him around 33, 34 points, but PrizePicks has him at 41. So just be careful with him. He had 47 last game versus Dallas. He had 47 fantasy points versus Dallas, but Dejante Murray only played 1 minute. I don't know, guys. I'm pretty sure he got injured. I didn't see the game, so for y'all guys out there, let me know if he got injured. I don't know what happened in that game, but I'm guessing he got injured because he played the first minute and then he was out the rest of the game. So he got 47. He had 47 fantasy points, but no Dejante Murray. So the fantasy score of 41. I mean, I'm kind of I don't know. Like I think he can definitely get over it, but San Antonio's kind of back at full strength. We got White. White is back. So that's something to be, White hasn't played in like a month, I think. Yeah, something like that, almost like a month he hasn't played. So some of these guys got usage bumps. DeRozan's a starter, he's a star, so he could probably get there anyways. But I'm just saying to be cautious because White is back, especially with him, with Rosen and Murray and stuff like that, or even Lonnie Walker. White is back in the mix, so he's going to take some minutes away. He's going to take some usage away from some of these guys. So where I like DeRozan is that he might be a good play for the under. Yeah, he might be a good play for the under. He's projected at 19.5 points, real life points. He's been over that 6 out of his last 10. He had 29 last game versus Dallas, again, without Dejante Murray. And I like him for the assist. He's been over 7 assists, 7 out of the last 10. So I like him for the assist. He's looking good for the points. I'm more confident in the assist. I would probably play him on the assist. I don't think I'm going to play him on the points, but he has gone over 19.5, 6 out of the last 10. So that's another good look right there. So, guys, I'm just trying to give you my my full game and single stats all together. Again, this is just a 2-game slate, so I'm doing a little differently than my usual top 5. But yeah, I do like DeRozan for the assist. That's probably my favorite play on him. Next, we got Luka. He's projected at 56 here. He had 61 last game versus San Antonio Spurs. Now, myself, I don't know. I don't really watch Luka play. I don't watch the games. I mean, I watch games, but I don't really watch his games. I don't really bet on him a lot because he's always projected so high. I know, and he's a superstar, and he gets, he's one of the main top fantasy guys. But I tend to try to stay away from players that have such high projections unless I'm real confident about them. Because again, and I've said this in other videos, if they have a bad shooting night, if they, get in foul trouble, if they have a big lead, in the first half, blowout, whatever it might be. Since it's such a high total, they might not get there, and it's not their fault. It's just because, again, it could be foul trouble. It could be bad. Well, yeah, bad shooting night is their fault. Rotations. We've seen some crazy rotations. Lonzo Ball, Stan Van Gundy. We've seen some crazy things. I mean, I don't think Luka has those type of problems. But like I say, I just if a guy has a really high projection all the time, sometimes I don't play him at all, just because, like I said, I'm scared to play the over. And I'm scared to play the under because they're so good that they could smash that at any moment. So, anyways, I don't know what happened. I don't know if what I was trying to get to is I don't know if Dejante Murray covers him. I don't know if Dejante Murray playing in this game has any kind of bearing on him. I don't know if he would cover him. From what I know Dejante Murray is a pretty good defensive player, so I don't know if that would affect Luka at all. Probably not, because again, he's a superstar. But anyways, he had 61 last game versus San Antonio. He dropped 34 fantasy points in the first quarter alone. In the first quarter, he had 34 fantasy points. So if y'all guys like to play the first half, I mean, he totally crushed in the first half versus San Antonio last game. So that might be a good play. He almost had a triple-double. He was only 1 rebound away. He's gone over 56 4 out of his last 10. So I really don't like that. That's only 40%. I don't like that. So that's why I kind of stay away from this. Luka, for me, is a push. But again, I'm just giving y'all guys some numbers and some stats to think about Luka. And he actually had I think he had 36 points, so he's probably good for if you want to play him on the over on points. The PrizePicks has him at 29.5, and he had 36 points against them last game. So definitely that'd probably be, for me, if I were to play any Luka, I would probably like him better over on the points than the fantasy score, because you never know. Next, we got Dejante Murray. Okay, so again, Murray only played 1 minute last game versus Dallas. I think he got hurt, like I said. He's gone over 38, 5 out of his last 10. Dallas guards his prototype well. They only give up 29 points to his prototype. So that's something to think about. He's projected at 38. They only give up 29 points per game versus his prototype. Something that might be a better play might be he's had 6 straight games. He's projected at 5.5 assists. He's had 6 straight games with six assists or more. And he's only gone 3 out of his last 10 games. They have him at 6.5 rebounds. He's only got 3.5. He's only gone over 6.5 rebounds 3 out of his last 10. So he's definitely looking good for the under on rebounds. Again, I'm saying to be cautious because White is back. So White, might take away some of his minutes, take away some of his usage. So, I'm cautious on the 38. I'm not going to play it. If I were to play him, I'm looking for better plays. But if I were to play him, I'll probably play him on the under for the full game 38. I like him for the over on the assist, and I like him for the under on rebounds. So that's what I have for him. Next, we got Porzingis. They have him at 40. He was over 40 his last game versus San Antonio, but he's only been over 40 5 out of his last 10, and under 40 in 3 straight games. So guys, again, he's not somebody that I only play him when I'm super confident. I like the matchup. He was over 40, but he barely went over last game versus San Antonio, and he's been under his last 3 games under 40. So for me myself, I'm not. It's a push for me. He did go over last game versus them, but he's been under 40 the last 3 games, and he's only 50% going over 40. So it's really a toss up to play him. That's totally up to you guys. I'm not gonna play him. I'm not gonna touch him. But that's something y'all guys can that's something to look at. Now, if he would have been at 38, I definitely think I would have ran with it. He probably was at 38 when they first started this, like 2 days ago. I have nothing for Poto. I don't like what he did last game for them. Last game for them, he was on the bench. Now, he was in the last 10 games. He's gone over this mark, quite a few times. I didn't really count it. I didn't get no stats on him because I'm just going to push it. I'm not going to play him. LaMarcus Aldridge, he hasn't really done much his last couple games back. He just came back from injury. But, again, it's hard to tell because all these guys are rested. They're coming off, a couple days rest. They're all rested. So I'm not sure if LaMarcus Aldridge is going to, bite into his minutes. Going to take some minutes away from him. I'm not sure. So the 28, he could easily get 28. He's been, like I said, the last 10 games he's gone over that quite a few times. But I'm just gonna fade him because until I see more games, I don't know if LaMarcus Aldridge is gonna take back the starting spot. Right now he's projected to start. We don't really know the starting lineups yet, but he's projected to start. But I'm just gonna stay away from him. But if I were to play him, I would play him on the over. Next we got, let me see who I got next on here. So next we got, I'm going to skip Hardaway. It's a fade for me. Next we got LaMarcus Aldridge. So I got some information on him. His best game of the year came against Dallas, but he was a starter. He got 30 minutes. I'm not sure if he's going to play that many minutes. His last couple games back, he hasn't played that many minutes. Horrendous fantasy scores. If he gets the minutes, he could easily get over 27. If he gets 25 to 30 minutes, I could see him getting over 27. But I don't know if he's going to get the minutes. I don't know what that's going to look like. So at 27, again, since it's only a 2-game slate, that 27 jumps out to you like, he could probably, his best, like I said, his best game of the year came against Dallas, came against Dallas, but he was a starter. So based on having his best game of the year against them, you could, if he gets the minutes, he can get over 27. That's what we don't know, if he's going to get those minutes to be able to do that. So just be cautious on that because you see that 27, he is LaMarcus Aldridge, and you're like, it's enticing, it's that's somebody you could see on this 2-game slate that could do something, but you don't know about the minutes. So I'm staying away from him, and pretty much everybody else on this board. These last 3 guys, I'm not touching either. And I did find this stat after I did everything else. So Beal is projected at 5.5 rebounds. He's gone over 5.5 rebounds 7 out of his last 10 games. So I definitely like the over on Beal on rebounds. So guys, that's all I have for y'all today. Like I said, since it was only a 2-game slate, I did a lot more. Trying to go all out for y'all guys. I hope this information helps y'all. Again, these are my picks. This is my information, my research, my logs. I played an NHL line the other day, and somebody was like, "Oh, you need to give credit to who you seen this to." And I wasn't saying they were my picks. I just played the line, and it seems like some dude didn't like it or something. But this is my information. This is my picks. This is my stats that I like. I hope y'all guys can add it to your lines. If you're looking for another 1 or 2 players to play the power play or play the 5 pick flex, definitely I think this can help you. Since there's only 2 games, I'm thinking I'm going to go heavy on the single stats. A couple full games that I like, but I'm going to go heavy on the single stats. See what the first half looks like tomorrow when they do the first half. But definitely probably going to hit it hard on the single stats. So let me know. Let me know who y'all guys like. Let me know what single stats y'all like. Let me know what y'all guys looking to play. Let me know who you like. Let me know if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, let me know down below. And again, guys, go ahead and hit that link and join our Discord. We have a few people in there active. We're helping each other. We're building it. Obviously, these last couple of days I haven't done any videos, so we haven't been adding as many people. But we do post picks in there. We do. It's a chat room strictly dedicated to PrizePicks. So go in there and chat it up with us. Let us know who you like. Let's help each other out. Let's help each other make money. And if this is your first time seeing a PrizePick video, I do have a link to how to play PrizePicks, and also you can join PrizePicks down below with my code, and you'll get a 100% match to up to $100 of whatever you deposit. So if you deposit 50, they give you 50. If you deposit 100, they give you 100. And guys, news alert! I did see that. I seen in one of the chat groups that I'm in that PrizePicks is supposed to do a promo tomorrow, 100% deposit match up to 100 to welcome back the NBA. So definitely look out for that. If you plan on depositing, deposit tomorrow so you can get that match. And once again, I hope y'all guys kill it tomorrow. 2-game slate. Let me know if y'all guys like any also any college basketball, any early college basketball that y'all like. Let me know, because I'm planning on playing that so we can cash in early and play more for the NBA. So I'll see y'all guys again tomorrow night with my After Dark edition. I hope y'all guys have a great night. Take care.